Jay here for Stretford Paddock. Manchester United getting a big 3 points at Kenilworth Road. Didn't make life too easy though, despite having a very good start. But listen, you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from the main man, Andy Tate. He's here. Andy, it's a win. What did you make of the game?
Well, an explosive first 15 minutes because even I missed the Rasmus rocket launch. So I just got through the door upstairs and wow, I'm like, I didn't have time to put the kettle on. You know what I mean? So we were 1-0 up and within 3 or 4 minutes, or 6 minutes, it's 2-0. United were dominant first 15 minutes. Then Luton sort of came into it and the game was in the balance since then. It was like you say, could have gone 50-50 and United were on the back foot for most of that when Luton scored from the best part of half an hour. And I think United showed composure in the second half because we were on the rocks. We've lost 3 players now. So Maguire's off, Luke Shaw's off, substitute. Maybe, I would say injury for Luke Shaw. Maguire, maybe tactical.
I think it's because of the yellow.
Yeah. The tactical.
He was having a tough time.
He made the right balls up at that free kick. So as well, so he got fouled he got booked just before half time. Casemiro, silly boy. I say the first one, that's okay. The second one, no, you can't do that. And he chickened out of it.
He almost did a third one, didn't he? To be fair, he did pull out, but then that for me showed you.
He did a dance move.
He did hello.
Yeah,
well, that showed he had to come off because if you've got Casemiro on the pitch and he can't make a challenge, he's useless to you.
He's useless, and like I say, it's just the way United senior players were absolutely didn't have any heads at all. I mean, the only one who did anything good in that dodgy 15-20 minute, half an hour spell was Kobbie Mainoo. And like I say, he was so professional, and I'm proud of him. And like you said,
Andy, can I ask you something, right? You've been watching United a long time, longer than I have even. Have you seen anything like this with Kobbie Mainoo? A young midfielder, he might because he's 18 to be in the United first team. Does this feel like, even by United standards, quite new?
It's like you say, I'm not seeing this since the 90s, maybe. Coming through the ranks and that. Yeah. So like with Giggs and that, maybe Lee Sharp as well, Fergie's fledglings, and it's nice, like totally, like you say, the man's confidence is sky high. He plays with the maturity of a professional senior 25-year-old. He knows he's 18. We know he's gonna. There'll be bumps in the road, like you say. He'll dip, then he'll come right. It's how you respond. Because first season here, second season, everyone's on you. That's it. With any young player talent at any club, you know what to expect of him. People are wise to him, but you just enjoy it game by game. But the second half, I think United sort of got a bit of composure back and then rolled it out. And even though Luton were in it, and like I say they hit the bar in the last seconds. Jesus,
was it Ross Barkley that would he had that?
Ross Barkley, yeah. And we defended well, but better finishing. We wouldn't have had to be nervous.
No, I agree.
Couple of one-on-ones with Garnacho, Ramos, Bruno as well, fizzing the post. Like I say, taking it around the keeper. That keeper, he had 4 one-on-ones. Like I say,
I think he
did well on the other 3, but
the XG I think was quite high for United. I think he kept me. I know the other lad whose name escapes me as well, the defender, where he slid in.
But it's a win. We're in the mix. The top 6 has its own mini league. There's a freeway up at the top. I love to be involved with, but it's nothing to do with us. And we've got our own freeway. So depends how you look at it, baby. But it's just, I think the top 6 now is broken away and it's split into 2.
Do you feel that? Do you not look at Brighton, for example, and think they could get involved? Do you think it's anything team like that? It's too much for them.
Well, Brighton can, like I say, they can always have a good game and a bad game. They got smashed by Newcastle and that, so
they had a good game today, didn't they? But they've been a bit erratic.
Yeah, they can blow hot and cold. And it's we've got a goal there as well. So I say they're definitely in the fight for the European players along with Newcastle, and it's just how we keep ahead and keep that buffer zone. So we're only 3 points off Tottenham. Is it 2 points off Tottenham? I think that 3 and 5 off Villa. So we go into next week again. Aston Villa, behind Villa 5 points. We've got Fulham next Saturday. Then midweek now we've got an FA Cup side to concentrate on. Just try and get past the Nottingham Forest side, who quite relieved they got the win yesterday, and there's something about Forest. So that is the main objective, getting through that cup game, then getting onto the league on Saturday. Then after that, it's the Manchester derby 2 weeks Sunday. So big games coming up. It could shape our season, but you just take it and be relaxed about it and try not to get stressed out, because like there's more to life than football. There's family, you know what I mean? But it's just nice that we're winning. That's 4 in the league, 6 games unbeaten. Yes, no, we can't be perfect all the time, but win, draw, win. But that's all you want. I want to go to Wembley. I want to win the FA Cup, whether that happens again.
We're due one, aren't we?
Yeah, we're due an FA Cup. I think we are, but like you say, Forest is going to be a big test on Wednesday. And like I say, Luton Town will give Man City a game this week in the FA Cup as well. So good luck to Luton on that. It could do us a favour. But and we don't know where we go this season, but we're in the mix. That's all we can say. We're in the mix to get that top 4, maybe even, let's say, top 5, depending how the other teams in Europe go.
I want to ask you, I get your point completely. I want to ask you a little bit about Rasmus Højlund, because you not really spoke about him. I mean, he's on fire, isn't he? We sat here a few months ago, and I asked you about him, and I said, are you worried at all about his lack of goals? And you said, no, I think the goals will come because he's a good player, and he's playing well, he's just not getting the service. Even now, I don't think he's getting loads of service. It's kind of making the most of what he's getting. I think that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing a player who can just almost, whether he gets a chance or he doesn't, he seems to be able to create something and certainly take it.
He's like a fish. He's biting on things.
Yeah,
and
what have you made of him?
He's doing good. Like, I mean, 12 goals this season now, and now he's set a record, 6 in 6. I don't know if that's the United record.
I think he's the youngest player to score 6 goals in 6 games.
Is that in the league or is it just in?
I think that might be in the Premier League. I think he was sort of the second youngest to do 5 behind Nicholas Anelka, and now I think he's the youngest. I think Joe Willock was the youngest, and now he's just taken that from him to do 6 on the spin. So obviously he can extend that if he continues with his goal scoring run against Fulham in the Premier League.
Like I say, look, he's a baby and he's learning, and you want him, like I say, he's biting at everything like a shark would, and he will develop into a killer great white and start biting and chomping and getting the goals. And if you they're giving the service sometimes, but there's, like you say, there's still selfishness between Garnacho, Rashford. They want to do it themselves, but you know what I mean? Think ahead, always in his own, but always think around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. So, like you say, that front 3 today fizzed out after 15 minutes, but it sort of reactivated after the second half.
No, I hear that.
But better finishing. We still need a striker in the summer, but what's going in, what's coming out, players wise, we'll have to see. But we definitely need another striker to help him, take that pressure off him, and help him. So onwards and upwards, and 3 precious points. And like I say, it's looking okay. We cannot afford no more defeats this season.
Not even against City. Could you not get away with that one?
Maybe.
I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying, we lose that game.
On the results on that weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if say the other teams around us lost and we lost, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So you just still be in that mix.
We just can't afford to drop any points.
Villa have got favourable games coming up, and
against
I think
lower
the Tottenham
teams.
Game yesterday. Wow, that was a
turn up, wasn't it?
That was a turn up. So
Wolves doing well under Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, so it's just one of those. It's just keeping in there and being in the mix.
Being in the mix. That's all you want to do. Put it in the mix, Andy. Always a pleasure. Make sure you go and check Andy out on all the socials. You know where to find Andy Tate. If you don't know, I don't know where you've been for the last 10 years.
Yeah. One guy's got no hair and I've got hair.
Yeah, and the two completely different.
One wears shades and smokes a cigar. I just don't smoke it.
He's not been in a Romanian prison for ages.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. That's been Andy Tate.
Do you like pizza though?
There you go. Loves a bit of pizza. Thanks for watching.